Hey Taurus, welcome to your monthly reading for October 2024. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see it, it's one you're supposed to. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave us a comment. It does help to grow the channel, and thank you in advance. Okay, so we're going to pull from 3 decks today. And I have 4 oracles that are pre-pulled. And we are doing something new for the monthly readings. At this point, just the monthly readings. And the last card will actually be a love oracle. So, let's get started. Okay, there's our first 3 cards. 8 of Wands, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. There's a couple of balance cards in there. And we have the Lovers, Ten of Swords, 7 of Swords, nice. The Hierophant, the Star, the Lovers again. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords. All right, 8 of Wands. Fast movement. Yeah, things have been stagnant. You've been feeling like you're walking through mud the past few months. And it's been feeling like things have not really been moving as quickly as you want them to. That you haven't really progressed that far. And some of you feel like you haven't progressed at all, but you have. Spirit says to tell you have progressed. You may just not be seeing it right now. So Pluto is about to go out of come out of retrograde and go direct on the 11th of this month, October. So that is going to help things move along a lot more quickly. Some of you have decided to switch jobs or change up routines. You're trying to change projects or endeavors that you have. And that is part of the slow progression, the feeling of slow progression, because you were thinking, I thought I had this, I thought I knew what I wanted to do, and now I'm not quite so sure. And Spirit says that that's okay. It's okay to change directions. For a lot of you, the job just wasn't working for you anymore, in any respect. And it wasn't the job itself, it was the people surrounding you in your job. You had some gaslighting going on there, which many of you were the brunt of that gaslighting. The thing is, and I'm not making excuses for people's behavior, But there are reasons why people do that to other people, and that is because they have these huge amounts of fear. Fear that, oh, people won't like me, or relationship-wise, if I don't, control you or make you look like the bad guy, you'll leave me. I'm picking up a lot of chaos. It's really hard to sort through all of it, and I'm picking up a lot of chaos, and it's not about you, Taurus. It's not about you one single bit. You're fairly grounded. You pretty much know what you want, and you move towards it. But it's become difficult for you to move ahead because other people around you are not, they're stunting it. They're like blocking you every time you turn around. There's some other thing that comes up that someone else created that affects you detrimentally. So that stuff is about to get pushed to the side. It's about to be pushed out of your way, because we still have Saturn in retrograde, and Saturn's handing out karma. And I don't wish bad karma on anybody, but you're going to get back what you put out. So these people that have been trying to manipulate you and again, gaslight you and just telling straight out lies about you to other people, those people are about to be removed from your path. Now remember, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. This was the universe saying, okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to work through this so that when it happens again, because it will, you'll know exactly what to do. So this is really about inner work. These blocks have really been about inner work and what it is we need to change in ourselves, whether it's a bad habit, or like drinking or smoking or shopping or whatever, or if it's a way of thinking. You've been given an opportunity to relax and to change within yourself. We do have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant speaks of tradition, but it can also speak of going within. The ways that you have dealt with things that have been put in your path in the past are no longer working for you. So, and those were the traditional ways. So that's the tradition that the Hierophant's speaking to for you. So you're being called to tweak things, to sit back and allow your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors to guide you, because they're not gonna keep putting these situations in your path. We've come to the point, and this is for someone, we've come to the point where either we learned a lesson or we didn't. The opportunities to learn the lesson or take what we need from the lesson are getting ready to disappear. I mean, there'll be other lessons for other reasons, other lessons coming from other situations, people, places, or things. But your spirit team is not going to keep giving you the same lesson to learn over and over and over. Either you get it or you don't get it. And if you don't, that's fine. I mean, that's just it. You might get it down the road in retrospect, but they're not going to keep handing you the opportunity to work through it. They're going to, from here on out, they're going to start allowing you to just work through things yourself. Because you know what you're doing. You're not new. This whole past, 6-7 months has been about inner work and learning how to deal with things differently, and learning how to think about things differently, and learning how to act on things differently, learning how to stop reacting to things, people, places, and things. Learning how to have more control over our emotions. So these lessons, these opportunities for these lessons are about to just be done. And that's going to happen before Saturn even comes out of retrograde on the 17th of November. So, but you're going to be fine either way. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you are going to get it and get the lessons in retrospect. You're not going to have to keep going through the same crap all over and over. I sounded pretty cryptic there for a minute. I apologize. Nothing cryptic here. I'm not going to say your path is going to be completely smooth because nobody says. That's not what we're here for. But the same types of blocks, the same types of situations are not going to keep coming around for you to revisit them. The time for that is over. So I feel like at some point, in retrospect, you will get the lesson. It'll just hit you out of the blue. You'll be like, oh, yeah, that's what that was about. Because, again, very chaotic time right now. Not just for you guys, but for humanity, the collective of humanity. Very chaotic. Lots of things happening, lots of structures being torn down. Slowly, but it's causing a great deal of fear in the collective. So, for those of you who are picking up on that fear, you just focus on you. That other stuff is going to happen whether we're upset about it or not. We came here for this change. At this point in time, we're here on this planet for this change, to witness this change, to be a part of this change, to be leaders in this change. My little earth angels, you're going to be fine. Fast movement, things are going to start moving forward. And there's balance because you have clarity. Swords are about cutting through the BS as usual. Two of Swords is balance due to clarity. You're going to have to make a choice here. For some of you, it will be actual travel. But you're going to have to make a choice on which path you want to take. And there are several that are being opened up to you. And it does, in whichever one you choose is the one for you. If you change your mind later on down the road, that's fine. You can do that. You're allowed. You're allowed to change your mind anytime you please. So if you see a couple of choices in front of you, you pick the one that feels the best when you think about it. How's that feel to you? Is it part of what you want, what you're trying to manifest in your life? Is it part of the dreams you're trying to manifest in your life? How does it feel to you when you think about it? That's always a wonderful way to make a choice. We have the Lovers, more balance. Spirit did talk about some of you leaving relationships, and this is a very common thing happening right now because we're different. You're different. You're a different human being, and they're probably a different human being. And if they're not, and you are, then that is enough of a reason, an understanding of why a relationship would break up. People change. For those of you who have been married for a while, people change. And you have to learn to adapt to one another through those changes and be supportive of one another. And for some of you, you're done. This is a balance card. You're done. You're not interested in being compassionate and understanding of the other person anymore because, again, some of the blocks that have been put up for some of you have been from your partners because they're afraid to change. And as much as it sucks to leave a relationship, there will be a sense of relief once the dust settles, once you can think a little more clearly. Ten of Swords, battle's over. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to fight. You're going to find your balance within yourself because once you walk away from the relationship that has become, in some cases, toxic, and in other cases, you're just not seeing eye to eye ever. You can't get around it. once you move away from that situation, you will be able to think more clearly. Some of you have been experiencing being stabbed in the back by your partner. Straight out betrayal by your partner. Let's read the card. And then I did forget to read the other two. I forgot to read the Lovers and the Ten of Swords. But let's do this one first. Seven of Swords. Guard against deceit and concealment, dishonesty, betrayal, strategy, tactics, trickery, low self-esteem. See, so there's that fear, that low self-esteem. Fear comes from ego. Ego is our defense mechanism. It's what we use to protect ourselves. And Spirit is saying you don't need that anymore. The battle's over. You don't need to protect yourself anymore. Now that you are aware of the betrayal and the deceit, now you can move forward. Because that was, again, a block for some of you. You were confused. You didn't know what the heck was going on. And part of it was you couldn't believe what was happening. You couldn't believe that person was going to do that to you. But they did. They did do that to you. You're not crazy. Balance. Clarity. Now you've got that. Now you can do whatever it is you need to do, no matter how much it sucks, no matter how awful it feels. Again, once the dust settles, you'll feel better. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. The battle's over. There we go. Battle's over. It has ended and finished for better or worse. Ruin, defeat, failure, insolence, overthrow, speaking many words, hopelessness. The word insolence is a word that sticks out for me. That's the one that Spirit is pointing out to me. And the Lover says, celebrate the love in your life. Celebrate the love of your friends. Celebrate the love of your family. Learn how to love yourself and celebrate that. Inspiration, motivation, love, beauty, action, commitment, choices, unity. So again, you are going to be making choices, and some of you, the travel part, will be moving out of the home that you have shared with the partner that you can no longer. Spirit saying tolerate. That's the word I'm being given. Okay, we have the Hierophant. We talked about that. The Star, this is the Hope card. The Hope and Faith card. For those of you ending relationships, you're going to begin to see that there is hope for things to change within yourself. And remember, please, it is not your job to fix the other person. As much as you'd like to fix them and avoid having to go through the breakup or the detachment process, it's not your job. And Spirit reiterates to me pretty much through every single reading that it's a disservice to try to fix other people, because then they're not following their true path. It is not your job. You don't have to. You don't have to transmute another person's energy for them anymore. It's time to transmute your own, because you got enough of it. You've got enough karmic stuff stuff from your past or your past lives. You've got enough of that karmic stuff to transmute that energy of your own. You don't need to add somebody else's onto you, because it can feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You know, we picked the Ten of Swords twice, by the way. It was on the bottom of the Heaven and Earth Tarot. Just a confirmation. I have to pick this other bottom one. The one underneath, excuse me. Yes, I speak English. This is the Empress reversed. This is not the energy you're in right now. You're not feeling powerful. You're not feeling like everything's going to be okay. And Spirit says it is. Because that love, the most important love you could ever find, is the love of yourself. Okay. The Magician. Transmuting energy. Your energy. Transmuting your bad juju into something lighter. and allowing other people to transmute their energy in whatever way they choose to or choose not to. Everyone is not going to come along on the spiritual awakening with you. And again, it sucks. And it's painful. But it's true. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Hope and faith. Okay? The Magician, you can make your imagination real. Creative power, skill, adaptation, originality, self-confidence. And under that one was the Queen of Cups. And the King of Wands. Movement, emotional surety. Movement. Positive forward movement. Wheel of Fortune underneath that. What goes round comes round. Again, those who have treated you badly are going to have to live with themselves once you are no longer in their life. Period, point blank. Doesn't mean a truck's going to come along and hit them. Okay, doesn't mean they're going to get in an automobile accident. Doesn't mean someone's going to sneak into their house and kill them. It just means that emotionally, that's the worst karma ever. Emotionally, they're going to have to deal with the loss of you. Because once you're done, Taurus, you're done. You're moving on. Saw you. Have a nice day. Hard left. You're going to be fine. I promise. Spirit promises. Okay, let's look at our, before we pick our words, we'll look at our 3 of our oracle cards. So we have the Sacred Traveler Oracle, says passion and pleasure, savor your life. Above all else, no matter what you're going through right now, be grateful. Be grateful for the little things. Be grateful for the big things. Be grateful for the every single experience. Because if you can do that, every single experience will have a takeaway, a nugget, something that positive that you can get out of it. You ever get tired of hearing people sling the words positive and negative around? It's freaking irritating. I'm going to look up some synonyms for those words and start using those instead. They're just flung all over the place, all willy-nilly. Okay, and the Healing Energy Oracle says belief. Belief. And that says, I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. And you can leave that word out or turn into whatever your higher power is called. Whatever resonates with you. Thus I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of my Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. So that's kind of a message to try not to shut your heart down. Keep working on that heart chakra, because you've been hurt. Not just once either. You've been hurt, and some of your transmuting is going to be that pain energy, that heart chakra pain energy, so that you can open that. There's a meditation that you can do. I'm going to suggest Melanie Beckler. She has a bunch of meditations, and she has some for opening your heart chakra, where you will visualize your heart literally opening up and allowing the light from spirit or higher power or source or God or Jesus to come into your heart. When I first started doing that meditation, I couldn't open my heart to save my life. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't even imagine it. And if that happens to you, keep practicing. You'll be okay. So Melanie Beckler, she's a beautiful girl. And she has some guided meditations. Several. So, anywho, all right. And the Angel Daily Message Oracle is be honest with yourself. Get my trusty flashlight. Look into your heart, and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desires, and they'll come to you upon angels' wings. So, your angels, guides have you. They have your back. They have your back. Just ask them for help. They're waiting. Sometimes they will step in and help you without you asking. But for the most part, they do not. They wait for you to ask. Okay? Let's pick some words out of the word jar. I'm going to make some noise, you guys. You have 25 on the clock. Look for the numbers 2, 5, 7, and 25. 2 men. Yeah, so some of you will have a choice regarding 2 men or 2 women. You know, flip it as it fits. 2 men or 2 women. Again, how does one make you feel? How does the other make you feel? And that's what you go with. And when you're making your choice, Spirit wants to remind you to make that choice out of surety, not fear. If opening your heart to someone in general causes you fear, then you're probably not ready yet. And it's okay not to be ready, because Spirit says at least one out of the 2 will still be there waiting. And that is the person for you. Okay? So you check your feelings, see how you feel when you think about either one of them. Sensual. Lovers. Where's my lovers? Okay? Sensual. And you know, Spirit says you can be sensual with yourself, and I don't mean anything sexual. It's a word that describes a feeling through an act. You can be sensual with yourself. Bubble baths, massages, hot stones, foot rubs, pedicures, manicures. Those can be sensual things. Lighting candles, eating chocolate ice cream with a piece of cake. Those things can be sensual. So in other words, do things that you enjoy. Do things that make you feel good, because you need it and you deserve it. Don't let anybody tell you anything otherwise either. Why is he or she here? Well, we didn't get any cards regarding this, but again, Saturn is in retrograde, and old past situations, and most of you have already had past situations come up, or people, places, and things from your past come up. And this is probably the question you're asking. Why is he here? Why is she here? What are you doing? And for some of you, you chose to re-implement that person into your life. But for most of you, I'm thinking, no. That was a lesson you didn't need to learn twice. Spirit is telling me that there are some of you that implemented that person back into your life, and now you're going, what did I do that for? What was I thinking? You can be done with that person this time around just like you were the last time. Nothing has changed, and now you know. And that's one of those lessons one of those opportunities or situations that presents an opportunity for healing that isn't going to be brought back up again for you. You don't need it anymore. You'll figure this out. Just because we've learned a lesson doesn't mean that we know that we've learned a lesson consciously. Do you see where I'm going with this? It might take time to process the fact that you've even learned a lesson. You could... So I lost it. Help me out there, Spirit. I'll use an example. When I have a spiritual awakening, or a spiritual experience, excuse me. When I have a spiritual experience, I don't always have a spiritual awakening right then. It takes time, usually, for that to come to me consciously that, holy smokes, I just had a spirit. No, I'm having a spiritual awakening because of this spiritual experience. So allow yourself to take whatever time you need to process it. We're humans, we process stuff. Some quicker than others. Not for nothing, you're an earth sign. And I'm not saying in processing something, the speed in which someone processes something has nothing to do with intelligence. I actually prefer to think that those who process things slower make better choices. So again, you're an earth sign, so you probably process stuff fairly slowly anyway, because you're thorough. So, again, practice self-care through all of this. Spirit's telling me a bunch of stuff, and I'm only able to pick out one or two things. But process you and how you feel. Remove that clutter. Whatever's going on around you, remove that clutter. And as usual, Spirit strongly suggests get out in nature. Earth sign, hello. Get out in nature. Put your footies in the grass. Put your feet in the sand. Somebody made a suggestion the other day that I really liked. Do something in nature that gets all four of the elements: air, fire, water, earth. Okay? Put your feet in the ground for earth. Put your feet in a natural body of water if you can. Water. Build a campfire outside. Fire. Air. Hug a tree. Trees represent air. Put your hand on it. You don't have to hug it. Put your hand on it. You see? So do something that's nurturing to you. And the planet loves it when you do that, by the way. It really does. She loves that. And she's never going to tell you, no, you can't touch me. She likes your energy. She needs your energy the same way that you need hers. All right, you guys. Let's pick up our love oracle. Okay, we talked about choices between two different people, male or female. It's not gender specific. I was going to say Pacific. It's not gender specific. They are the one you have already met, the romantic partner you seek. So even for those of you who aren't seeing a romantic opportunity, it's hovering. Just not time yet, because they're still trying to figure out how to approach. And some of you will be friends with this romantic partner. The best relationships ever always start out as friendships. Okay? Because you know one another. And I mean long-term friendships. I don't mean, oh, we're friends for 3 weeks, let's move in together. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about long-term friendships. Friendships that stand the test of time are often your best choice for a romantic relationship. So you've already met, and this is just for someone, you've already met your partner. There is hope. And there's no hurry. It's not a race. You don't have to rush. When it's time, it'll come to you. All you got to do is be aware. Be open. Open that heart chakra. All right, you guys. It's a pretty good reading. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell. Thanks so much. Don't forget also to check out the collective monthly October reading, and also the I think I did a bonus reading. I did a weekly reading. I did a weekly reading for the 30th to the 6th. 30th of September to the 6th of October. Much love, many blessings.